Maybe the scariest thing is not failure anymore. Maybe it is hope. It is 1:47 p.m. His laptop is still open on the kitchen counter. Half-finished work, cold coffee, a few unread messages he already knows he will not answer tonight. Sometimes a man stops reaching not because he is done wanting more, but because wanting more has started to feel dangerous. He gets home late. Not dramatic late, just normal late. The kind of late that makes the apartment feel smaller. Shoes by the door. Sink half full. City lights pushing through the blinds. He drops his keys on the counter. Checks his phone. Nothing urgent. Nothing warm either. A group chat keeps moving without him. A woman he meant to text back 3 days ago is still sitting there unopened. His boss sent one more email marked "when you get a chance." So he opens the laptop again. Not because he has to. Because work is easier than feeling the rest. This is what his nights have become. Quiet screens, small tasks, delayed replies, a life that still functions. And yet somewhere under the routine, something keeps pulling at him. Not pain exactly. More like hesitation. Like life has knocked before. Enough times for him to stop rushing to the door. It did not happen all at once. It happened through little things. Jobs that almost turned into something bigger. Conversations that almost became real. Plans that sounded solid on Tuesday and disappeared by Friday. He got used to almost. Almost promoted. Almost chosen. Almost understood. Almost wanted the same way he wanted. That is what changes a man. Not one collapse. A long line of near misses. After a while, he stopped calling it disappointment. He called it being realistic. He told himself he was grounded, mature, past fantasy. But realism can hide a quieter wound. Sometimes it is just grief wearing office clothes. So he learned how to keep his expectations low. He stopped checking too early. Stopped imagining good news before it arrived. Stopped telling friends what he was excited about. Not because he became cold. Because he became care. And careful starts to look a lot like detached when nobody sees what it cost. Then one night it happens again. Nothing cinematic. No huge speech. No breakdown in the rain. He is sitting in that same apartment. Laptop open. Spreadsheet glowing in the dark. And he gets an email. Not bad news exactly. Just another delay. Another "we're still evaluating." Another polite sentence that means do not lean forward yet. He stares at the screen longer than he should. Not because he is shocked. Because he is not. That is what gets him. He already knew how this feeling would land. The slight drop in the chest. The quick laugh with no humor in it. The way his face stays blank while something older sinks deeper. Then his phone lights up. A message from someone he used to talk to every night. Just 2 words. "Hope you're good." He looks at it. Does not answer. Not out of anger, because suddenly he sees the pattern too clearly. Every part of his life has started sounding the same. Maybe. Soon. We'll see. Almost. Not yet. Stay patient. And for the first time he realizes he is not exhausted by effort. He is exhausted by suspended hope. That thought stays with him. Not on some dramatic walk. Not in a breakthrough moment. Just while standing at the fridge, staring into food he forgot to eat. He starts seeing how much energy it takes to act like maybe does not affect you. To keep showing up neutral. To keep your voice steady. To keep pretending uncertainty is easy just because you have survived it before. He thought he was protecting himself from disappointment, but really he was protecting himself from anticipation. That was the heavier thing. Failure hurts once. Hope stretches the hurt out. It makes you wait inside it. So he built a quieter system. Do the work. Say less. Expect less. Stay useful. Stay composed. And from the outside it looked solid. Like discipline. Like emotional control. But inside something softer was being starved. Trust. The simple trust that something good could happen without being taken back. After that, the nights feel different. He still goes to work, still makes meetings, still lifts at the gym after hours some nights just to feel his body do something clear. But there is a distance in him now. A strange split. One part keeps moving, pays rent, answers emails, buys groceries, keeps the week intact. The other part stands back and watches. Like it no longer wants to get attached to any version of tomorrow. He notices it in small places. At the barber shop, when the guy asks, "So what's new?" he says, "Same old," and hates how true it sounds. On the drive home, when the red lights smear across the windshield, he catches himself imagining a different life. Not a bigger one, just one that feels less withheld. A life where good news does not arrive apologetically, where connection does not fade into unread messages, where effort leads somewhere before it turns numb. A man can keep functioning for a long time after he has stopped expecting relief. He can smile, show up, take care of things, all while quietly making peace with the idea that maybe this is just how it is. Then one night he does something small. He opens the message, the one he ignored. He types back slowly. No performance, no charm, just honesty. Been in my head lately. Trying not to expect much from anything. He stares at it before sending, because that sentence feels bigger than it should. Not romantic, not dramatic, just exposed. Then he sends it, and in the reflection of the dark window he sees what this moment really is. Not confidence, not closure, just a tired man admitting he still has hope in him somewhere. Even now, nothing magical happens after that. The city does not change. His career does not suddenly open. His apartment is still quiet. But something small loosens. Because the truth is, he was never only afraid of failing. He was afraid of becoming visible to life again. Afraid of leaning towards something and feeling foolish for it. Afraid of wanting in a world that had trained him to brace. But once he sees that he cannot unsee it, he notices how often he has mistaken emotional withdrawal for wisdom. How often he has called himself realistic when he was really just tired of mourning in advance. So the next morning feels different. Still ordinary. Still rent traffic inbox deadlines. But not dead. There is coffee on the counter. Morning light on the floor. A message waiting back on his phone. Nothing is fixed. Still, for the first time in a while, he does not immediately prepare for the letdown. And that for him is not a small thing. Some men do not lose hope loudly. They lower it carefully. They fold it down. They hide it under routine over time, sarcasm, silence. Because hope starts feeling expensive when life keeps billing you for it. But every now and then something in him still looks up. Not because he is naive. Not because he forgot what disappointment feels like. Because even after all the near misses, some part of him still wants to believe that this time might land. And maybe that is the real weight of being human. Not carrying pain. Carrying the risk of hope again. And sometimes, that risk is the most honest thing a man has left.